of effort and a lot of work. We've had a lot of generosity and a lot of folks who've really helped us out. Family, friends, neighbors. So I just want to express the appreciation from the bride and the groom, as well as all the families. Thank you very much for everything. I've been married 22 years personally, and I've known my wife. I know happy Danielle, I know sad Danielle, I know when she's feeling a little blue, I know when she's really feeling well. But I never met wedding planner Danielle until the last few weeks. And that's been a new experience for me in 22 years. But also express appreciation to her. She also has done a great job, as well as Ashley's family. So thank you all very much. So Taylor and Ashley had 3 assignments to prepare for this wedding. On Wednesday we met, and one of the assignments was to find someone to marry him. And as of Wednesday, they hadn't. So I figured out how I could get some certification to do that. And I started Wednesday as just Steve, normal, regular guy with a job. And half hour later, I was Pastor Steve. So I'm very excited for the opportunities that that's going to open up for me personally in my life.
Way to go, Steve!
And I have an amen. Amen. So thank you very much. I'm grateful that Ashley and Taylor have asked me to do this. First off, I know Taylor. I've known Taylor his whole life. Taylor's been an interesting individual in my life. He's brought me a lot of joy, a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot of all different things, all different emotions. You know, I should have known the minute he was born, because within 30 seconds of his birth, he urinated on everyone in the room. So,
there we go, Taylor!
It was a 3-foot circle. It was the most incredible thing I'd ever seen. But it kind of taught me and his attitude and how he's going to approach life. So, again, I've known Taylor a long time. I've known Ashley a little while. When I first met Ashley, I didn't know if she could talk. But then after a couple of visits, I realized she had a vocabulary of several words. And then they invited me to go down to a rock concert down in Salt Lake. And then I realized Ashley has a full vocabulary and she knows all sorts of stuff. So I got to know her a little bit better, and I'm grateful to get to know Ashley. So Ashley and Taylor asked me to do this, and I committed that I'd keep it brief. They said they didn't want any religion as part of their ceremony, but I told them I was going to do some anyway.
I need to hold your hand.
Here's the religious part, and I'll keep it brief. I can do it really fast if you'd prefer I did. So, I just want everyone to know that there is a God in heaven, and that God in heaven is fully aware of each of us as individuals. And that God in heaven sanctions marriage. And that God in heaven has given us his Son. He gave his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ. He loved the world so much that he gave us his Son. I just want everyone to know that there is a Heavenly Father. There is a God in heaven. He truly is happy with what's happening here today. With Taylor and Ashley getting married, forming a life together and moving forward. And that having that knowledge in their lives can bring joy and happiness to them, as well as anyone who is within the sound of my voice. So that's the religious part. There's usually some old duffer like myself who's marrying people who throws out advice. And I thought, there's 4 things that over the last 22 years have made my marriage work. And I just wanted to touch on those 4 things briefly. Okay? Number 1, I think it's important for you to show gratitude and express appreciation. I think you got to be willing to say thank you. You got to be willing to recognize when your spouse has gone the extra mile and done something out of the ordinary, or even just the day-to-day routine. To just appreciate and express appreciation for that is really, really important. And I think it's a foundation of just being generous and recognizing that someone else cares for you at least as much as you care for yourself. So I just want to say that. I also want to talk about the importance of just being honest and having the ability to ask forgiveness and a willingness to forgive. Just this week, there's probably 5 things that I've had to go to my spouse and ask her to forgive me. That's a pretty consistent pattern in our marriage. But I'm grateful that I have that opportunity. I'm grateful that she'll listen to me. And I'm grateful that she'll forgive me. And in turn, I'm grateful that she's also honest and straightforward. So I want to recommend that you two just recognize and understand the importance of that. The third thing I want to talk about, and just challenge you both, being offended is a choice. And in a relationship, it's easy to be offended. And I just want to tell you that's a choice you make. And so you also make a choice to not be offended and to work through things and to overcome tough circumstances and situations. And then the last thing is always assume the best. In all circumstances, if you just put a positive spin on everything and assume that the best thing is going on, then I promise you can find happiness. Okay? So, enough about that. So, instead of doing vows, these two wanted to read some stuff their families produced about them that were either insanely embarrassing or information about them in their growing up. So we're going to let Taylor go first. And he's going to read some stuff that Ashley's family wrote. And then when he's done, Ashley will read a few things that we wrote about Taylor. Nice and loud.
Ashley and her Aunt Mandy were listening to One Direction. They were dancing and twerking. But then Ashley's grandpa walked past the window. Ashley was very embarrassed and didn't want to walk upstairs.
True story. True story.
I was under the impression we had to act out whatever it was. Fair enough.
After Ashley and Taylor's first date, Ashley walked in and we asked her how it went. She immediately turned bright red and we knew she had her first kiss. Keisha, one of Ashley's closest friends, told Ashley one day she was going to have Ashley kidnapped. Some great friends you got there. One day, Ashley and Keisha saw a white van with tinted windows. Ashley immediately thought she was getting kidnapped.
True story.
How come I got the pink paper?
All right. Taylor made and ate a 3-pound burrito. At first, he couldn't go number 2, and then he couldn't stop.
That was a fun day.
Taylor discovered duct tape in his lifetime.
Oh no.
With duct tape, he made a wallet, made a pair of shoes,
Absolutely.
and made a pair of shoes out of duct tape.
It was a school assignment.
Duct taped his brother Hayden to a wooden plank, and duct taped him to the ceiling. But I've been kids for a long time.
That's fair.
That's true.
Taylor, as a kid, was terrified of the movie The Iron Giant.
I was like 6.
You're still scared.
16.
Taylor, as a kid, was always wearing just his boxers, always had his green blanket, and was always sitting in front of a wall heater.
Yeah, that is true.
Once Rafferty and Bailey put Taylor in a cooler and bounced him on the trampoline. Glad you lived.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and exchange rings at this time.
Oh boy.
You can pull it over it.
What kind of knot is this?
Just pull it over.
Try it. Got it.
That's all.
They're meant for children. children, so their adult-sized fingers won't fit now. Good luck with that knot.
That means the wife always knows best.
Flawless. I got my bling.
Okay, so Ashley, do you take Taylor to be your husband?
I do.
Taylor, you take Ashley to be your wife? I did. By the authority I got in 12 Minutes Wednesday online, I pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. Taylor Hanson.
We don't know what to do. We didn't practice this part.
I shouldn't have had to instruct you. Okay. Yeah.
Ready to go, Steve?
You guys get together and walk out.
Pastor Steve. He's my son-in-law.
And you can go, Steve, and grab your wife.
Want me to carry you? Nice job, Steve.
Okay. Everybody, it's time to party.
Oh, God. Cracks, knees, and all.
Trying to start moving.
How'd I do, Uncle Vincent? I had like
CJ ran that way up front. So you might want to move it.
Oh, he's right there.
That was such a good episode.
Yeah.
Send us to your sister.